What's good, everybody? This is Keelan back with my team today. Welcome to season 2, episode 20. How y'all doing? This is Goody. Let's get into the finale of Pose. Mic drop. These last 2 episodes of winding down the season have been just emotionally draining. Wow. When I say that every last person on this cast is so fucking talented. They're so fucking talented. Thank y'all for really putting this together. Thank you for being as authentic as you could have been. Thank you for really bringing out the ballroom scene to a mainstream attribute. Because ballrooms are usually for a community, like usually for our community who might not have a family or might not have places and things to really go and be part of. So they created a family for you to just live in your truth and be yourself. And be as fabulous as you are in whatever category you decide to walk in and be part of, or what houses you are part of. Right? They really put that to the forefront throughout these last 3 seasons. And of course, everyone feels that it should be longer. We needed more. We needed another episode. All of these things are absolutely true. But the way they ended this had me in tears. And I just wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for the ending. I wasn't ready to let this go. I wasn't ready to get off of this ride. This story. These stories was amazing. It was magnificent. And it helped me learn more about the trans community. It helped me want to do my homework. It helped me want to protect my brothers and sisters of the trans community. It helped me love more. The show is just so powerful. But this last season was amazing, to say the least. Like, it really did not shy away from anything. And so I'm putting it out now that they wanted it to end as soon as they found the drug, basically, that kind of helps HIV and the spread of HIV. They kind of wanted to end there and they didn't notice how quick it got there, kind of thing. And of course, I don't want them to just continue on just because we need it or we want them to, continue on. Because I want to be fair and it wouldn't make sense, if you know what I mean. But let's start off with episode 6. So episode 5, Poppy finds out that he has a son. And just the dialogue that he had with his son was just so powerful and so needed. Because oftentimes we make it seem like niggas ain't shit and there's a whole bunch of deadbeat daddies out there. And that's not true. And we're not going to continue to condone that and make that a thing. There are some out there, absolutely. But majority of the dads are there. As long as they are allowed to be there, they are there. They're trying to fight to be nice in their kid or kid's life. So it was amazing for him to just bring his kid in with open arms. After finding out that the woman that he was with before, Angel, passed away because she was an addict. And of course, at that time, that's what a lot of the girls and just people in the community had to do to really try to cope with our lifestyle and not knowing exactly what it is or knowing what it is, but of course not being accepted for it or anything like that. So this was the wedding episode, and if I never wanted to be married before and never felt like helpful that I couldn't be married before, this episode gave me a newfound want and need for this a glam wedding, if the time and when that time is right, of course, and with that right person. But just to know that I can get married now. It's been legal for a few years, so of course it's amazing. But it has to be right, and it has to be amazing. It just has to be filled with love. And that's what I want, and that's what they had. And their vows was just so heartwarming and so touching and just so raw with emotion. And the way Poppy sung to her, I wasn't ready for Poppy to sing. I was not ready for that untraditional way of showing love, showing that you're mine and I'm yours, and this is all I want. Angel's dress was turned across the board. It was so fucking pretty and beautiful and gorgeous and magnificent and fabulous. It was just so Angel. So Angel. It was so India. And to find out that Blanca and Chris is really just the perfect couple. Like, they really are great together, and I'm happy that they are together. I'm happy that they found each other. I'm happy that they found that connection, because it is so hard out here to find one as genuine as that. But season 3, episode 6 was just emotional, to say the least. It was emotional. It was beautiful. It was just, it made you dream and made you want to be that lucky, to feel that lucky, to really feel like you can really deserve to be married and to be married and to go to the courts and for them to really sign off on this marriage. Because they have the right to yes or no kind of stupid shit. Especially her being a trans woman. Them having to look at the ID and overlook the fact that it says M on her passport. But she's a full-grown woman in front of you. Absolutely. It was just so empowering to see. And then we get to the finale, the final episode of this impactful show. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for how it started, but it still didn't make me ready for how it ended. When I say my favorite scene from this last episode, it's two. It is one when Prey and Blanca, they're both playing Blanca. The first one is definitely when they're still trying to finish off the quilt for him to leave his legacy for. And the second is, but my top scene has definitely have to be when they performed the last time in Ballroom. And they gave us Diana Ross realness. They have the wigs, they have the outfits, they stripped, they have the water, the dancing was amazing. They work so fucking well together. Like, that connection, them playing off of each other, them really just being that good together is you don't see that often. For people to just gel the way that this cast has gelled and have really been authentically themselves and real and just gave you the rawness of it all. But that scene when it was really just living their best life and having all that fun in the ballroom was everything. It made me so happy to feel like they both was at peace. They both was just living their best lives. And I felt after this new drug came out that they can live and they can be prosperous and they don't have an expiration date anymore. Because before that, if you had HIV, you had an expiration date, unfortunately. And that could be days, that could be weeks. It could be years. But not a lot of people were living years because of them not giving us health insurance to get the meds. Or them not giving the meds. Or them being clinical trials, as you've seen. Healthcare fucking sucks. They choose who they want to give these drugs to. And it comes down to who has the most money, who's willing to pay for it. And a lot of times, our black and brown kids and people cannot. We might not be able to afford it. We might not be able to have the greatest HMO or the greatest health insurance to cover these meds that we need or that we are entitled to, but we don't get. So we die off. And they allow us to die. They continue to kill us off. Because we are too powerful. And it scares them of our power. It scares them of our fearlessness. It scares them of our integrity. It scares them of our essence, our being. But what broke my heart is when the mother of the ball, Mr. Patel, passed away. It killed me. Like, in the beginning of the episode, yeah, you've seen it. But just to see it, and just to see how happy he was at the ball, he was fine, he was perfectly fine. And to just see him dead the next morning. Like, I really was rooting for him and Ricky. I really felt like they were about to get back together. Especially after finding out that Ricky has AIDS, or HIV. And how he was so scared to die. And how Patel was just so willing to live. Ricky cared so much for Ricky that he basically gave up his life to give to Ricky. When we noticed and found out that Patel was off of his meds for weeks, just was giving his meds to Ricky, and Ricky just thinking that he had extra. That's what killed me. Who can say that? Who can say that you would do that for a loved one? You would do that for a person that you truly lived, like, that you truly loved. Like, yeah, your life will be cut short, but you lived your life to the fullest. That's why I'm just so happy how much medicine has increased and has gotten a lot better. So HIV isn't a death sentence anymore. People are living lavish lives with HIV. But it's the fact of you knowing. The first step is always to get tested. And then we will figure out the rest after that. But knowing is the power. That's the power. That is the essence. Okay, I am positive. Now what do I do? How do I keep this at bay? What medicine do I need to take that's not going to interrupt my system or not going to do anything that's going to harm me? What medicine is for me? And what medicine do I need to take so I can stay undetectable? But in our society, undetectable, yes, it equals negative. But that doesn't mean that you don't still protect yourself. It doesn't mean that it can't come back in its rawest form ever. We still need to be cautious of who we sleep with. We still need to be cautious of what we allow in our body and who we allow in our body. We still need to be cautious of the transmitted diseases that's out here. Like, yeah, raw may feel amazing, it may feel better or what have you, but at the end of the day, we still need to live, and we need to continue to fight. And we can't do that if we're sick. We can't do that if we're not taking care of ourselves. We can't do that if we are allowing bad energy into us. We can't. So, as far as medicine comes and it not being a death sentence, be proud to be HIV positive if you are. If that's your truth, live in your truth. And don't let that be a burden. Don't let that make you embarrassed. Don't let that make you ashamed. Just be who you are and live your life. And just be on your meds. And don't think that just because you're positive, it doesn't equate to you being promiscuous. It doesn't equate to you being molested. It doesn't equate to all of the stereotypes that a lot of people that a lot of everyone put on people, or put on the gay lifestyle, because there's a lot of heterosexual or cis women who have HIV. That's a whole nother topic of how they could have contracted it. But it's not just a gay man's disease. And it's not killing us. So let's continue to stay healthy, stay happy, and stay blessed. And pose. I'm excited to see, with the visibility of Pose, what more shows we're going to get that's going to give us representation for us, by us. And I'm saying this to say, I don't want a straight man to play a gay character anymore. I don't need that. I don't want a straight woman to play a trans woman. I don't need that. We need to see more trans black women on TV. We need to see different facets of gay men on TV. Whether they're black or white, I need to see my femmes. I need to see my in-betweens. I need to see more of my masculine men who are not afraid to be gay. Not the ones who are in the closet, not the DL ones. The masculine ones who are proud to be gay. Who are open and out about their sexuality. The in-betweens who are okay with living in their feminine side and living in their masculine side and being okay with both aspects of themselves. And the feminines, the ones who live out loud and are happy and who are okay. But does not mean that they want to be women. You have to stop putting that on people. But I'm excited to see what new characters we get to see. I heard that there will be a Pose movie to end off everything, to give us a real great finale. I don't know how that looks. I don't know how that would be. But we definitely want it. And we definitely need it. So if it happens, please let this happen. And this was Kimmy with my tea of the day. Season 2, episode 20. Like, this has been a journey, a whirlwind. Like, thank everybody for listening. Whoever listens, whoever really shows a friend, tells a friend. Everyone from different countries and states who don't even know me. Thank you for really listening in Grenada and Tobago and China and Africa, just the whole world. It is just amazing to see where my podcast is going and how many people it is touching. But let's not be afraid to hit me up, contact me on my Facebook, Akeem Holder, on my IG, Keemy Holder. Just hit me up. Let me know how you feel about this episode and the other episodes I've had. Let me know what topics you might want me to hit. Because I'm not afraid to go deep, as you already know. I'm not afraid to spill my truth and to tell my truth. I'm not afraid to really sit in it and help you sit in it too. Because sitting in your feelings, sitting in that phase where you don't really know, it's hard. But that's what makes you better, sitting in it. We can sit in it together. And of course, music and pop culture and just what's going on. Things that I love to talk about. Thank y'all again. Laters.